Hello YouTube. Well, we got all the trees planted. I know that's not a really good view of it, but there's a reason I'm standing this far back on the property. Oh, we just heard an engine start, and it wasn't me. Can a 9-year-old run a bobcat? Let's find out. Look at her go. Now, before any of the little SJWs start freaking out, we spent a lot of time today and we did a little bit of training. Also, I'd like you to keep in mind that my daughter is a farm kid, which means she's not a wussy, but also we learn how to do stuff by doing. So she understands that if she does not touch the sticks on the bobcat, it will not move. She understands that if anything goes wrong, turn the key off. Everything's good. So what we're going to do is going to watch my little 9-year-old daughter, Ashley. She's going to go try to grab some a load of manure, well, compost really. And is she the best driver in the world? No, not at all. But is she having a good time? Yes, she is. Oh, and she stalled it out. You're gonna have to start it back up, Ash. Look at that, confident and calm. Bring your throttle up. So she's been having a good time for a bit today. She's got a little load there. She's going to drag that out into the wheat stubble and dump it off. See, as she's going out into the dry ground so she can make her turns. Now, this leads me to a conversation that I had in my head earlier running this thing. Know your resources. Harshman Hills had a video about resources earlier this week where he was showing where he's got his I believe it's kind of his semi bug out property, where he's got a little cabin out there and he's got a few guys that are abandoned houses, stuff like that. And he's talking about, hey, there's a car here, you could do this, you could do that, but it deals with resources. What I need you guys to realize is people resources. So I know, keep going, Ash. I know I have a certain level of resources with my children. This isn't my bobcat. I rented this for the weekend. So we drilled some holes. I'm going to take you through and show you the trees. Oh, looks like she's taking off to go get another load. I told her she had to get one, but looks like she's having a good time with us. Oh, but see the confidence, look in the eyes. There's a certain level of confidence there. Was that all good, Ash?
Yep.
No problems?
Nope.
All right, you gonna go see Mom?
Yep.
All right. Say hi to the world of YouTube.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
So, just dealing with resources. One of the great resources I have is my family. And I need you guys to look at the resources you have. Yes, I've got, for lack of a better term, well over 150 acres of ground here. And I mean, I've got horses in that barn there, which actually are not my horses, but we get the manure from them. And if the world went squirrely, they're my horses. One is realistically only good to be eaten and probably not even great for that, but the other one is a great little workhorse. But we were running the bobcat earlier. We dropped off a bunch of wood chips. Ash, did you drop any of these wood chips off?
Nope,
Oh, okay, no, Dad did. Okay. We got all the trees planted. We've got roughly 22 trees planted, 23, around there. Now this one looks a little rough. This is a mulberry tree. It should come back. Looks a little rough, but it's all a bunch of apple, pear. There's some pin cherries, there's nanberries, all sorts of stuff in this line. So we're going to be over the next few days making sure we got this all spread out. Now what I ended up doing is I drilled more holes.
Deep ones.
How tall are you, Ashley?
About 4 foot.
Huh? You can fit in that hole?
No.
I guess I better not try to bury my children in small holes. But we drilled out a bunch of holes. I don't have enough posts for it, but what we did was this a good, let's say 6-8 feet between the post line and the trees. Now what that's there for is I'm going to be planting in some cedars, maybe some sea buckthorn, maybe some raspberries, maybe just fencing it out. Reason it's going in there is because we're in conventional farmland here, guys. As much as I am a proponent of the fact that Roundup and all these other sprays are not killing us, yes, they're not perfect, but they're not the worst things going either. I'm putting in a, basically, as it was, the conversation went, guard trees. So if there is a spray drift, my cedar trees that I'll plant in between these posts will catch all that drift long before it hits my cedar trees, or my orchard trees that we planted. This is above and beyond the orchard that is right over there, which does still need to be expanded. I'm hoping everybody has had a really good weekend. Not sure what I'm going to be able to do for videos soon. I'm going back to school for AZ licensing just to keep my boss happy. Don't want it, but that's the way farming's going these days. It's no longer running a tractor down the road with wagons. It is now run a semi-truck with trailers just to get everything caught up. I'm hoping everybody had a good night tonight. I'm sure Ashley is hoping everyone had a good night tonight too.
Me too.
All right. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, guys. If this is the first video of ours you found, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you subscribe. We're going to be doing some giveaways of some steel work as we go. And speaking of resources, one of my other resources, Hooples, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but another great resource is people that you know. I'm slowly trying to set up some time that I can spend with Hooples. Hooples Emergency Preparedness is the video. I would put a link, but I am just not smart enough to do it with a cell phone. He is a nurse, and he actually is not just a nurse, but he's a teacher. So I am hoping that I can, he's a couple 100 kilometers away from me, that eventually we can slowly get together, and I think I have a few things that I can teach him, and I know he has a few things he could teach me. Just dealing with resources, guys, that is something you need to learn, is your people resources. So I'm trying to help my resources by planting in my orchard trees. But another big part of my resources is trying to make these connections. For instance, with guys like Hooples that are close, that can teach me a few things. So I'm going to say Hooples is one of my tentative resources. Also, really great guy, really knowledgeable, slightly addicted to the hip. You might have to skip a few videos, but otherwise, really great guy. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And a few guys wanted to see how this turned out. It's a little dark right now, but as you can see, a couple 100 feet of orchard trees. They're placed every 15 feet. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, guys. Bye.